Welcome to my podcast, Knowledge is Power, hosted by your girl, Sibulele Danala. I was about to say, if you're new here, please like, comment, subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend that we're a viper. But then I just remembered I am on the podcast. But if you're on YouTube and you're watching this on YouTube, please like, comment, subscribe, and tell your friend that's a viper. I'm a little nervous. I still can't believe that I have a mic on my hand. This is all exciting and new to me because look at us, we're making dreams come true. And this was a gift from my friend. It's so sexy. This is a mic from my friend that gifted me. It's a sexy mic. It's black and gold if you are hearing this on the pod. But if you're watching this, you can see how sexy it is. Anywho, the podcast Knowledge is Power is a podcast about self-mastery. It talks about parenting and how we can do that, topics surrounding parenting. We're going to have conversation around parenting and also individual growth. So who is Sibulele Danala? Well, I'm a girl born and bred in the Eastern Cape, but moved to Cape Town last year. I am a child of God, a daughter to my parents, a mother to my daughter who is 7 years old, a sister, a YouTuber, and a high school teacher. By my background, you can see I'm still at work. I teach life orientation. So how did the podcast come about? I was venting the other day to my colleague. I was like, I am so frustrated by the fact that I was teaching STIs and sex education, and my kids still had so many myths regarding safe sex and sex in general and STIs. Some of them did not even know what STIs are, and this is grade 9. So I'm like, these kids are having sex, some of them, but still they do not know. Oh, they are so uneducated about sex in general and STIs and. So my colleague was like, bro, tell parents about this, vent to the parents about this, tell them to tell their kids about sex. I know it's uncomfortable. I know it's a topic that we shy away because we do not want to teach our kids about sex, because it's like, to us as parents, we are promoting that they must be sexually active. But the fact of the matter is they're going to have sex regardless, whether we like it or not. And it's important for us to equip them and to empower them to practice and to have safe sex. So this is how the podcast came about. I told my colleague, bruh, I'm so frustrated, I'm so angry, I'm so... And then the colleague just said, tell the parents. And I was like, how? Because in parent meetings, we do not talk about tell your kids to have sex. We just discuss academics. And he was like, start a podcast, find a way. And this was the birth of Knowledge is Power. One might ask, what are the values of this podcast? The values of this podcast are 4. There are 4 pillars of this podcast. It's to equip, educate, and empower listeners about certain topics like this. And also it is to build a community and to connect with the listeners, to be inclusive, because I also want to speak about topics that do not aim at parenting as a whole, but to be inclusive. Even if you are not a parent, I want you to listen. I want you to connect with this content. But most importantly, I want to entertain and be authentic. Authenticity is so important to me. I want to be vulnerable in this podcast. So yeah, those are the values of the podcast: to equip, to empower, to educate, to be authentic, to connect, and to build a community. here on this platform, and I aim to do all of these things, and I hope to do all of these things, and I hope, guys, you like the content and you engage and you share, and I hope it is really informative and empowers as much as it can, and I hope I can empower as much as I can. So yeah, man, I hope you stay tuned for the next episode that we're about to drop. Yeah, stay tuned. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Bye.